Hey all, and welcome back. This time I have a toy that I actually didn't think I was going to see in the US. This is the Kreo Battle Changers. And from what I understood, they weren't going to actually sell them here. There was going to be sort of more of an Asian carry thing. And what these are, if you've collected Kreos, a lot of them were mostly Lego-type minifigures that had a few parts on them that made them look sort of like some of the Transformers. You could parts form them into other vehicles and things like that. And then they had larger sets that also part formed from vehicles to bases and characters. They were all right. There was a few other things they could have probably done better, and this is actually what they should have done in the first place. And it appears that these are transforming figures. So they're based partly off parts that were used in the middle minifigures, and then using their building block system. So let's go ahead and open up and see what it's like. So inside of here we have 3 packs of parts. I believe one's for Megatron, one's for Optimus, and another's for the trailer. And that's a pretty cool pack-in that you'll have the trailer as well. You've got the 2 sets of instructions, and then a sticker sheet. So let's go ahead and start assembling this, and then we'll go from there. we got it together. Here's Megatron's tank mode, and it's not bad. It's only got 2 wheels underneath it. You can see his bot mode underneath. He has a much simpler transformation than Optimus Prime, and he's sort of, I guess he's a cross between G1 and movie Megatron. That's probably what we'll always get with the Kre-O line. So let's go ahead and transform him. Pop off the gun from the turret. Like I said, it's super simple. Now what's neat is how they kind of link. So they have this tab here that locks. And the one thing, especially in Optimus, as you transform them, it's real easy to tend to pop things off. And fold his legs. And rotate the arms down and around. He's got a peg on his arm for the gun. So he's a pretty decent figure, but I actually bought this set from Optimus, and we'll get to him in a second. But all in all, just for what it is, it's a pretty neat little design. And just a comparison, so I collected some of the Kre-O line before when they first started, and here's what Megatron looked like, sort of as a Lego minifigure before, and this is what they turned him into with this new transforming line, which is pretty interesting upgrade. I do like the original figure quite a bit, but this is just a cool sort of Lego type figure to mess around with. So let's go ahead and check out Optimus Prime. So Optimus Prime is pretty cool with the trailer setup, and it was pretty interesting transformation. He's got a little 5th wheel back here. It just goes in one of these holes, so it's a little loose, but it's cool for effect. The truck mode is about as good as the TH02 truck mode, if you're familiar with that. But it is what it is. It's hard to get, I guess, a transforming minifigure with this line. So it's got some stickers to make the trailer look a little more authentic. Go ahead and put that to the side. And his transformation is a little bit more involved. So we've got these pegs here, or these clips here, that keep it sort of from falling apart. And the problem with, when I was transforming in truck mode earlier, yep, it's already started, things come off. And this is sort of a difficult transformation just because of all these panels that hold the front of the truck together. They fall off. So even though it is a transforming figure, see, already happened, it is not a great transforming figure. The idea is cool, but the execution isn't great. I had the gun pegged in the back, sort of like the MP mode, but I'll go ahead and unpeg it. See how easy it is. These little flat panels just fall right off. I've already lost a whole arm because of that. Let's see if I can do this other side. And Megatron's, even though he seemed much simpler, it's better in respect that it just stays together when you transform him, or at least for the most part. So, put this back on. Feet fold forward, or fold backwards. Well, it will be forward once we rotate the waist. Or, actually there's no... So, and then as far as this arm goes, what I'll do, go ahead and fix it. Now that I've loosened it, so you can see, get a better idea of how the actual transformation is supposed to be. Because it is neat. It is clever how they set this up. Okay, now that I've fixed that, it took a couple minutes, and I'll say this, that is the biggest knock against these figures. They're supposed to be transforming, they do transform, but using all these thin panels, and they're not like how I remember Legos being, where they were so tight that you could never get these thin ones apart. They come off pretty easily. And so the transformation process makes it come apart. So as I showed you, you had the clip here that attached there. Legs fold down, feet fold forward. And so back here, we have arms. So they fold down. We've got the cover for the head. Fold it back and down. These flaps here reveal the head. So fold those out. Then the wheels fold up. Actually, fold them up first and then. So it's a clever transformation, but the execution could have been better. And then you rotate the arms down, and there you have it. You've got a pretty cool looking Optimus Prime figure. And it is still cool, it's still neat. It was worth the $8 the set cost, just to have the little minifigure. Transforming aspect aside, I still think it's definitely worth it. The detail on the mask isn't all that great. It looks like QC wasn't that good. And here's the original minifigure, just to give you an idea of what they looked like before. And you can see on the mask how the mask is just a lot better on this Prime. And since I have a couple different ones of these, I might actually put the helmet on him just to make him better. So here you go. We've got So here you go. Here you have the whole set. The set came with this Megatron, this Optimus, and the trailer. These two are just from a previous line. Overall, I say they're worth grabbing if you can find them. I got mine, I believe, at TG Maxx and Marshall's. I saw them at both those places, so it might be a hard, a rare find. But if you can run across it, I definitely pick them up, just because they're neat little figures to mess around with, even with the flaws that the Optimus Prime has for the transformation. So anyway. Stay tuned. I've got more of these that I'm going to review, and you guys can check them out, and maybe you'll have luck finding them. So anyway, see you next time. Take care.